Alycats and you viewers. So welcome to the newest installment of Inside Alyssa White number 14. And yes, I know I'm back using my old camera temporarily. The new camera had an issue, so I'm really sorry for the quality of this. But please just stick with me, and I swear I'll have a better camera very, very soon. But let's answer your questions now. First off, Justin Finnegan asks, are you interested in Danganronpa 2? Yes, I love the first Danganronpa, and I was obsessed with it. I played it basically non-stop. I think I finished it in 2 days, and I just loved the whole thing. I loved the, you made friends, you didn't know if those friends would die, and you could get special abilities for making friends, and then you'd have to go do the trial system, and it had little mini-game kind of things during the trial system, and you had to pick the correct killer or you'd be killed. And it was just a beautiful game. I loved it. It was very innovative. And yes, I want Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair so badly. So badly. I've been wanting it ever since it came out, but I just can't afford it right now. But yes, I'm very interested in it. And his second question is, who are some of my favorite characters from the first game? I adore Monokuma. He's just this crazy villain teddy bear that, I don't know, there's just something about Monokuma that's very, interesting, I guess. And I really like Sayaka. She was adorable. And Kyoko. Kyoko was probably my favorite character. She was just badass. And, Kyoko, my favorite character. The character you play as Makoto, you don't really get to really feel like him, I would say, because you don't ever actually see him besides in the trial system. And he's kind of whiny to me, so I couldn't really connect with Makoto that much. So I connected more with Sayaka and Kyoko. And, I just really enjoyed Monokuma as a villain. He was just awesome. Snestastic! First question, what makes me happy? There's a lot of stuff that makes me happy. I like, basically, hanging out with my family and friends is the number one thing, and talking to them. They make me happy. I love to laugh and smile, but it's really hard to actually make me smile or laugh or anything like that. So if you can make me smile or laugh, you know you're special. I really haven't laughed or smiled in a while though, so it's kind of sad. Also gaming, of course, and filming. I love to film, and being on TV. Some of you may know, some of you may not, but I do like entertainment news correspondence on a local TV channel here, so I adore doing that. It makes me really happy. I like to model because, I love being in front of a camera, and I like to feel pretty, so modeling makes me feel beautiful, and I get to be in front of a camera, so that makes me happy. I like to collect, as you can tell by my shelf back here. Just getting a new item just fills me with joy for some reason. I love just to proudly display it. Of course, playing video games makes me happy. Number one passion. Watching TV shows and movies, chocolate makes me happy, Mountain Dew makes me happy, so there's a lot of stuff that makes me happy. And, of course, cats, especially my little Suki. Makes me so happy. So yeah, the list could go on and on. 2, which is my favorite season? Okay, my favorite season, I'd have to say is summer, because, of course, my birthday is during the summer. It's warm, so I can wear tank tops and shorts and cute dresses, and don't have to worry about freezing to death. You can go swimming and do all this other kind of stuff, like go to theme parks and water parks and all that, so that's really fun. And I just prefer summer. It's brighter outside, and you could just have more energy than in winter or fall or anything like that. And, of course, I love 4th of July. Here is always one of my favorite holidays to celebrate because we go to my uncle's and have just this big fireworks show, so I love summer. It's my favorite season. Is humanity doomed? I prefer to be optimistic and say it's not doomed. I know there's a lot of bad things that go on, like major crimes. There's, unpleasant things that go on and stuff that breaks your heart. There's disease, there's war, and that stuff, yeah, it makes it seem like humanity's doomed, but there's also really good things that happen, in just the world and life, there's good people out there that are trying to make this world a better place, and they're trying to, make it so people aren't as, it's just, I don't think humanity's doomed. I just think we need more good people that are willing to work and research and dedicate their time to making this world a better place. And, yeah, we're still going to have crime, we're still going to have disease, we're still going to have war and all this stuff, but I think if more people would dedicate themselves to making this world a better place, it could be a better place. There could be more peace, there could be more happiness in this world, and, you know, more just acceptance and understanding. That's a very heavy topic, so it's kind of hard to delve into, but I don't think it's doomed. I just think there's a lot of bad crap going on at the moment, specifically, but I don't think it's doomed. And his last question is, outside of gaming, movies, music, TV shows, modeling, and acting, what other interests do I have? Well, those are the majority of my interests, but I'm interested in, of course, collecting, you know, like I say a million times, I'm interested in collecting. I love fashion. I adore it. I have a huge fashion problem. I love to collect just funky jewelry and really unique clothing, nerdy clothing, stuff like that. I'm really interested in that. I love to read. It's another big passion of mine. I used to be a huge reader, but now that I've got all this other stuff going on, I don't get to read as much, which makes me sad, but I love to read. I love singing and listening to music, which you mentioned music, sorry. But yeah, I do like to sing, even though I might not be good at it. I like to sing because it makes me happy. Let's see, what else am I interested in? Cats. It's, you name basically all my interests. Just fashion, reading, singing, cats. That's basically it. Interest-wise, besides what you mentioned, that's basically it. I can't think of any more. I'll probably think of stuff later after this video is finished, but right now I can't think of any more. Okay, the next question is, retro or anime? If the moon was replaced with a donut of the same size, would the gravity still be the same? And what game would I be playing while this was happening? It's my choice. You asked me a science question, and I suck at science. I don't think the gravity would be the same, because if you had to replace the moon, you're yanking the moon out of the solar system even for just a little bit, so that's going to mess up the gravitational pull, so that's going to mess up the ocean tides and all that kind of stuff. So I think that would have an adverse effect on the Earth, and then replacing it with a donut, I just don't think that would work. I just don't think. Don't ask me scientific questions, I have no clue. I just don't, logically that doesn't make sense, and I know you didn't mean for this to make sense, but I don't think it would be the same. And the game I'd be playing, well, if the gravity got screwed up and I'm floating around, you know, I probably need a handheld system, so I'd probably be playing a Phoenix Wright game, because those are my favorite games to play on handheld systems, because, you know, then I can say, objection! If I start floating off and, you know, then I know the moon's been replaced with a donut. So, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, solve murders, and yell objection while I'm playing it. Let's see. Okay, there is a question. I'm not going to read the question because it could be considered offensive. But, it has to do with stickers on my shelf. And someone thinks they're related to a hate group. They're not. I don't know what they're talking about because they're saying a blonde doll. So it's either Daenerys over here, which these stickers are, that says Deadites, that's Living Dead Clothing, an Australian clothing company. And that's Jeffy.com. Jeffy.com made my video game controller leggings that you saw in my Alycat mail and some pictures I posted. If it's Sailor Moon they're talking about, this is the Umbrella Corporation logo from Resident Evil. None of these are hate group stickers. I'm not a part of any hate group. I would never be a part of a hate group. So no, they're not related to a hate group. And it's kind of offensive that I got asked that question. But no, they're not related to a hate group. Jamie Sue 131, such a sweetheart, asked, do I like to import games? I actually don't own any import games. There's a few that I've been interested in, but I just can't afford to, you know, import the games. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in some. I just don't own any. And she also asks, what's my favorite 3DS game? Right now, I'd have to say Fire Emblem Awakening. It was just an amazing strategy RPG, and I just love building relationships with the different characters, and, you know, the RPG mechanics. I liked having to think about what I was doing. It was just a beautiful game, and I put the most hours into that game. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. If you haven't played Fire Emblem Awakening, play it. Even if you've heard things about the previous Fire Emblem games, like the permadeath, this game you can actually turn permadeath off so you don't have to worry about your characters dying. Well, they die, but they come back. So definitely, I recommend playing Fire Emblem Awakening if you have a 3DS, even if you're not a fan of the strategy RPG, I can't talk, strategy RPG genre, or, you know, you've just been kind of turned off by the previous Fire Emblem games, play it. It's beautiful and amazing, and I love it. Gribble Sam Animation has several questions, and they ask, do I like Chinese food, and if I do, what are my favorite dishes? I don't really eat a lot of foreign exotic foods because I have acid reflux, so I can't really eat a lot of foods that are, you know, spicy or whatever like that. I do like sesame chicken. Is that Chinese? I do like sesame chicken though. It's really good. I really like it. So I say sesame chicken. 2. What languages can you speak apart from English? Pig Latin. That's the only other language I can understand. I can't speak any other languages. I can say a few words in Spanish and French, but that's about it. I really can't say any other words besides English. I don't know any other languages besides English, so it's pathetic, I know. 3. Do I like The Simpsons? If so, who is my favorite character? I used to watch The Simpsons a ton as a kid, but now I don't really like it. I'm not a huge fan. As a kid, I can't really remember who I liked. I think I liked Bart the best as a kid. I don't know why I did. I know I liked Bart best as a kid, but now I don't really watch it, so I can't say I have a favorite character. I'm sorry. And the last question was, did you ever play the Simpsons arcade game from Konami from 1991? And he put a link and I watched the link. Whatever. No, I never played that because we didn't ever have, like, arcades here, and I just never played that game, so I never played it. There you go. I never played it. Say it a million times and it's true. And the last question is from Miss Green Blue Eyes. Would you like a Swedish friend? Would I like a Swedish friend? Yes, I would love a Swedish friend. Be my frenzy. I would love it. Because, you know, Swedish people are awesome. So yes, I would love a Swedish friend. If you have a question you'd like to ask me about basically anything, even if it makes a fool of me, just ask away in the comment box down below. If you haven't done it already, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as an Alycat, and we can be frenzies. And yes, my videos will probably improve. I just had to use my camera for this, hopefully one video. My old camera, I mean. Like I said, comment, like, favorites so your friends and family can see, share me as long as you do it nicely, and remember, I love each and every one of you, and please ask questions. I love to make these. I know they don't get a lot of views, but I do like to make Inside Alyssa White videos, so ask away. Anything you want, as long as it's not too offensive or inappropriate. But I love each and every one of you so, so much. Peace and kisses.